Stopping a flooded basement doesn't require a miracle. It requires a secret from the 1800s. What if I told you a simple hidden system could permanently solve your yard's swampy mess and protect your home's foundation? As a landscaper for over 35 years and host on America's garden show, Things Green, I've installed dozens. I'm about to reveal the one mistake that dooms 9 out of 10 DIY French drains and how to get it right. Stick around if you want a dry basement and a perfectly dry lawn. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more life-changing garden hacks. Do you know what a French drain is? You ever hear of a French drain before? You've heard of them? Okay, well, French drains were actually developed in the 1800s by an American farmer. And can you guess what his last name was? Smith. It was Henry French. And he created a subsurface drainage system that today is being used all over the world. It's absolutely amazing when you think about this. Now, he did it on his Massachusetts property, and the system became popular, as I mentioned, for agricultural use and eventually spread to the residential world and commercial landscaping. I have installed dozens and dozens of French drains in my time, and they're actually kind of cool because they work. Now, imagine for a second a drain that is able to pull water away from your home. I mean, that's the whole concept behind it anyway. It pulls it away from structures. It could pull it away from a dip in your lawn. It could be pulled from the backyard to the front yard or wherever you need to pull it. But especially for those of us who have basements, you don't want water collecting around the house, seeping through the basement. And what ends up happening is that it gets inside of that basement and it gets flooded. So what we do instead is that we take and we need to move that water away. So the elements behind a French drain consist of, you got to have a slope. You got to create a slope away from wherever it is that you're trying to get rid of the water from. Now, typically, we're going to take it to the front yard, or if you have a cistern, or if you have some kind of big old container that you could take and you could throw the water into, then you can use it for your irrigation. That right there is always the cat's meow to do that. So the elements to put this thing together is that you're going to have a sloped trench. Very important. Now, how wide that trench is and how deep it is all depends on a lot of factors. It could be because you could have a really bad drainage problem. You may want to go 24 inches wide by 24 to 36 inches deep. It's hard to tell. But we do know that you want at least an inch drop for every 8 feet or so. Or 10 feet, you can go 10 feet. Now, so you're going to dig this trench, either a shovel full wide or bigger than that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get yourself some landscape fabric. Now, a lot of contractors don't put the landscape fabric in first. They're going to put it in later, and I'm going to tell you about that. When I used to do this, we always took and put the landscape fabric first, and then we would put it, say, over the lawn area, down in the trench, cover the bottom, bring it up, and then go over the lawn area again. And we overlap it quite a bit. Once again, I'll tell you the reason for that in a second. Now what you want to do for this French drain is decide what kind of pipe you're going to put in, because the pipe is really important. There's all types. We do know that we want to put a perforated pipe in there, or perforated. So you don't have to take and drill holes. You can actually buy drainage pipe that has holes in it already. Now, there's a couple of different ways of doing this. You know, when you get a drainage pipe, it's going to be like 4 inches in diameter minimum. And when you put it in, you want to put the drainage holes so that they're on the side, not so that they're turned so it's coming from the top down to the bottom, because that's not going to move the water. It's just going to drain right through and go down to, that's not it. You want to put them so on the sides so that when the water does end up percolating through, it hits this drainage pipe, it's going to fill up, and then you're going to be able to move the water away. The next thing you're going to do is this. The other thing is this, is that there's a lot of different types of drainage pipe. There's one that's like 1.5 inches wide, very tall, anywhere from 12 to 18 to 24 inches, and it already has like a landscape fabric on it. You could use that. It's really tall and lanky looking. That's probably one of the more cutting edge ones. Don't think that you can't use something like that. Just because you've never heard about it before doesn't mean it's not necessarily the best thing since sliced bread. Anyway, once you have your pipe and you have your trench, and then you have it lined, then you put your pipe in, or what you do first is you can put some rock in. And you want to put gravel that is free of any kind of sand. You want 3/4 inch gravel for something like this. You could use pea gravel. That's okay too. But pea gravel is much more expensive. So you're going to take the gravel, you're going to fill it up, and you're going to slope it the way you got to move this water. Put your pipe inside. Now fill up that hole. You want to fill up that hole. That's right. So let's just say you put in, maybe 4 to 6 inches of pea gravel or 3/4 inch crushed rock. Then what you could do is you put your pipe in, and your pipe is 4 inches. It's sloped where you're going to take it out, and then you take and you fill it up. But don't fill up the hole all the way. Fill it up to only 4 inches to maybe no more than 6 inches below the grade level. That's not the top of the grass. That's below the grade. This is one of the reasons why we want to dig this thing 24 inches, because we've got these elements that we have to keep in mind over here. So now that we have it dug down, we have the gravel in there, and you can level it off, but just make sure that there's about 4 inches. And do you remember me telling you that the landscape fabric has to be up and over the lawn area? Could be dirt, doesn't really matter. Well, what you're going to do now is that you're going to flop it over and then flop it over again, so that either they meet or they overlap each other. Now you've got this drainage pipe in the ground with the gravel, as well as it all being protected with this landscape fabric. But you have to remember, landscape fabric is permeable. That means it has holes in it. Your water is going to percolate through that into the gravel, into the pipe, and out wherever you're going to dump it out at. That's a good thing. The second thing is this. Now you gotta finish the job. You take and you fill the top up with soil. Make sure that it's rich, well-draining soil. You fill it up to the level of the dirt of the existing dirt line. And then you could put your grass in, or you could put your sod in, or whatever the case may be. You just take it, you put it in, you cover it up, and then no one is going to be the wiser what is underneath there, because it'll all end up matching, and your water is going to be moving and swooshing away like it's supposed to. Now, if you've got this going around your house, you got to make sure that you protect the house. Dig down deep against the house. You're going to want to take and put some mastic on there, and then you could also put some fabric. You don't want permeable fabric. You could put plastic if you want. It really doesn't care. But anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to take and put the fabric or whatever it is on there, and then just make it waterproof is basically what you're doing. And then you still could take and put your drainage pipe right next to it, so that it contours out into the main part of the yard, out to where you absolutely have to have it all together. So that right there is a French drain. We got to thank Henry French for coming up with this idea, because we put these in lawns against houses. We put them in hillsides so that there's proper drainage. It's really an awesome thing when you think about it. So if you got to move water, think about using a French drain.